Hello, welcome back. Last time I did 3 very enjoyable puzzles, which were each super neat in their own way. So we got all 4s and 5s left, right? 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 4. Alright. Let's start here and then head up north. How's that sound? Short fuse! Bombs have no fuse. They go off as soon as they hit something that's not water. Because they don't hit water. They're afraid of it and they run the other way. What the... Okay, what am I looking at? So we got a dispenser with white. Blob with purple. One-way thing here. I can choose to do this, and that's the only thing I can do here. And that's the only opportunity I'm gonna get to do that, so it stands to reason I probably want to. Then there's gonna be some timing involved. Where... So both Blob and Dispenser can be potentially pressure plate holders. Okay, I think I kinda get the suggestion here. So here's the obvious way that's going to go wrong. Let's put that in a slightly better place. Obvious way that's gonna go wrong is to make a bunch of blob beans, turn them into blobs. A little farther away from me. And then try to use that to hold this plate down. And what's going to go wrong is that explodes and you turn into bombs, and there's nothing holding this now. And a blob holding a thingy would not particularly help me. Doesn't make much of a difference if I do this. I won't be able to get that back. Those will both turn into bombs, and then just nothing, mostly. So I want to, like, split a blob apart from another one to go down here without disrupting the bomb? I mean, that's not going to happen. But, yeah, I'd kind of like to do it. I also have a suspicion this is going to involve in some way doing, like, this kind of thing. Oh, you're able to look at me in there. And you can change your facing. I can't do that when I'm ensnared. Okay, so that blob right there is probably in a bad spot. So you will turn into one of those. I don't have any other bean colors to feed you. Now... Yep, got it. I see exactly what I want to do. Well, no, not exactly. I see approximately what I want to do. So I want one blob that I push, which pushes the lower blob, to be coming off of one of these, and therefore turn into a dispenser which the bomb can walk across after it's pushed the other blob. Okay, I think I have a clear task. Now, do I need to... Okay, so let's choose a more convenient dispenser location for one thing. I'll say here. That might not be the best, but it might be the best, actually. Yeah, that's reasonably... That's too far away. I can't color a dispenser that's in this location, can I? I don't think I can. Okay, well, I'll do this much at least. Let's see what happens as a result. Yeah, I put one there. But if it can't be colored and therefore can't ensnare anything, and therefore can't prime a blob to be pushed one space and turn into... Ah, but I'll bet you can't turn into one when you're on a gray... Yeah, okay, so you can't have 2 in the same space, right? So I think I'm done. Yeah, can't have one there. Just wait. So I need to have... Okay. Similar to this, but a bit different. So I want you to stay pacified. You actually just go off to the side? I want another blob. Yeah, so this blob is the one that's going to actually go past the bomb. This one is gonna get snared. An extra bomb will be spawned just to release you. Okay, I think we're good now. So you are untouched by dispenser. You are touched by dispenser. Dispenser can't spawn there. Dispenser will spawn here, and everything's good. There we go. Cool. 4 beans. I did it in less time than a 4-bean puzzle usually takes. Alright, how about this one? No turning back. Thip, 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 thip. I pick up 5 beans. 1 color which doesn't exist in a recipe. Okay, so red beans are just red beans. Perhaps they're cloud barriers of some sort? How could that work? Oh, they're for the detector. Got it. Okay, so I must smuggle this contraband through this extremely monitored hallway. Or this completely unmonitored hallway. Hold up. Okay. So if you were not there, I could simply walk here, drop my beans, and go in there. So currently my only problem is this cloud. However, I don't think this cloud can be neutralized. Okay, what do I have? Bucket, cloud, dispenser. And in terms of things I can make, 1 of each. Okay. So I'm probably choosing to dispense 1 color. A bucket would fall in the water here. Presumably a bucket is bringing me beans through that channel? Where all the clouds are? Would that eventually happen if there were a wall there? Let's say I put my red beans here. Let's say I put my red beans here. Let's say I put my red beans here. And, okay, nothing's quite going the way I wanted it to, but, and just drop the rest of my beans here. Here's a bucket. Doing things. There'd be a way you could make progress with that bean. Eventually. No, you'll always drop it exactly there and not get any farther. You will carry it back to the left, but not to the right. You're unable to... Okay, yeah, you are unable to drop a bean on the turn that you... in the position that you picked one up. Oh, there's a barrier there, so I can't interact with that, of course. I can interact here. This won't do anything. Oh. No, I can't interact there because the timing doesn't work. Okay, so anyway. So my goal is to get the 2 red beans in there and probably having a bucket carrying them, somehow solving this problem. Could I just pack this channel full of like 10 buckets? And just have that traffic jam cause beans to get transported in a way in which... Okay, so the way a bean gets from here to here carried by a bucket is a bucket comes from the east, picks up that bean, bumps into something in this position, turns around, is unable to drop it because it's in the position where it picked it up, moves here, drops it, subsequently comes here, turns around, picks it up, bumps something, turns around, moves here. And that would have to happen a couple of times. So this might just be a matter of cycles? I have a cloud bean, though. Like, what could that be for? I have no idea. Oh, I have one idea. Okay. I got an idea pretty quickly. Alright, let's try some interference patterns. How about this one? Just gonna do this. Make sure that red bean stays around for at least some amount of time. Here, I don't want that cloud. I'm too far away. I don't think I can be close. I can maybe, like, do this. Don't need that white bean, just go away. I mean, I will need it, but not for the thing I'm trying to do now. I'm gonna miss that bucket. And I'm not going to have anything like the interference pattern I want. So for this to happen, there would need to have been a bucket basically like as far to the west of those beans as you are east of those beans. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need a bucket here moving... No, here moving east at the time that this happens, and I don't think I'll be able to set that up from being in here. So you're just to prevent me from bringing beans along this channel. Yeah, there's slime here, door locking mechanism here. Yeah, so I can't go back out and mess with this stuff later. So this white bean is my wild card. Is the joke gonna be that I actually want to dispense clouds for some reason? That seems ridiculous. Or dispense red beans. It's a thing I can do. I don't think I want to, but I can, in theory. Is there an order where it somehow makes sense to, oh, no. So my interaction with a bucket that's going along here is limited to stopping it at this location or... okay, so note, I will need 2 buckets, 2 separate buckets to bring me individual red beans because... in order to get that bean, I have to sacrifice the bucket here in the water. So I have to zap it there, get its bean, then there has to be another one coming. If 2 buckets are like... this... yeah, you're synchronized, and each of you can have a bean. That gives me 1 more turn, which isn't enough, so therefore I really wanted to have put you in a different spot. I'm just gonna leave that white bean there, until I know what I want to do with it. Currently, nothing. Eventually, probably something. You won't be grabby, you'll be pacified. Now, why was that going to be good for something? It's not. I was thinking with, like, the idea of insulating a bean on the ground from the cloud's zap by a bucket being over top of it, but that's meaningless because zapping those red beans does nothing. Okay, so I have so far not gotten a red bean past the first cloud. I have identified one way it could theoretically happen, but that way seems bad. Now, okay. I have an interesting idea that might actually work. Okay, I think I have a purpose for this white bean. I'm gonna put it there. Let's see, reds go there. Spacing might be a little weird on these. I don't know that I like that spacing, but let's see what happens. I want to reverse the order of these. So the leftmost bucket gets the white. So I'm going to use that cloud as a barrier for... Okay, well I inserted something in there. That did not work the way I intended it to. Of course it didn't. How could it? That would require me to already have red beans past that point. Okay, so definitely not that. Zap, zap, zap. And also, yeah, you're gonna keep on trying to steal those beans. That's what you do. So I'll have a real hard time getting them anywhere. No turning back. Once I go through here, I can't return, or maybe once the buckets go through here, I don't want them to turn around secretly. I just want them to proceed. Okay. So I guess basically, like, the only purpose the dispenser has in the sorts of solutions I'm currently trying to do would be that it would make it unclear how many buckets I will need to do this. Which makes me think it probably has a larger role in the puzzle, given this is the island of dispensers. I'm thinking about ensnaring stuff. Like a delayed release on a bucket. It's hard to imagine how that could work, and also hard to imagine how I could release the lock. I guess I could put a purple bean in a bucket to get zapped by a cloud. I like that a lot. That gives me a better delay on this. Yeah, I can set up some cycles like that. Okay, so let's try some of that. So let's not think about ensnaring for the moment. Let's just work on this idea of purples getting carried through. So let's do simple stuff first. Still don't know what this cloud is for. Don't step there. One bucket should do. You'll carry a red. Okay, well, don't yet. Let's just see what happens here. Another bucket happens at such a spacing as that, and I could have put the red beans at a different spacing that might be advantageous to something. Well, look at that! It almost worked. That's sorta close to what I wanted. Okay, it's just kinda off by one. So if I had put... well, I don't get to control this space very well. I guess I could have, like... ooh. Okay, there are ways in which I could control this space. Check it. I'm gonna change my number of columns in the left using something silly. Because I like silly things, they're fun. Here, I just wanna do some, let's change it by an odd number. I'm gonna reduce it by 1. Oops, not what I wanted to do. Alright, so I think I've reduced my vertical space by 1. There is a turn when you can, like, a bucket could slip in there. Okay, so clearly it'd be better then if I phased those differently. Okay, yeah, so I think I can make a fully impermeable wall like this by synchronizing all of you, right? Yeah, there we go. That wall is impermeable no matter what. Neat. Okay. So that's a way I can change the space. Changing the timing of how things happen. Oops, don't step there. Sure. Reds, and I don't know what the white's for yet. Oops, yeah, right. Okay. Need to, There's a bucket. Okay, I changed that by an odd number, so now this result will differ for the better or for the worse? Can't tell yet. No, it's the same. Why is that the same? Will it still be the same after another cycle of this? Or will these cycles do something I like eventually? It's still the same. Okay, let's reduce it by one more. Some kind of like even-odd thing just didn't even-odd. Or maybe it has more to do with the space over here than the space over here? I'm not, like, mathematically calculating this or anything, just kind of going in general feelings. But this is an interesting enough mechanism that I can set up that I feel like it could very possibly, be a part of my puzzle. I guess the barrier would be just as impermeable like this. Sure. Alright, red's here, white there. This is, I don't think I can cut this space down anymore and still be able to catch the bucket in the east before it sinks. Except with snaring. Okay, with snaring I could probably still do it, and I also already missed the bucket. Okay, let's try incorporating snaring. Yes, I can do that. I can do lots of things. Actually, let's try this without reducing the horizontal space yet. I mean, there's got to be a purpose for that beam. I don't feel like looking for it until I understand the problems with the approach I'm trying to take here. I put that in the wrong column, row. Yeah, okay, I probably want it about here. Not that. You go there. A bucket goes here. Another bucket goes here-ish. A bean goes here. Yes, I think that's right. White bean. Why are you on me? Go away. Problem. No. Oh, yeah, no, you're released. It's fine. Everything's cool. I might get a purple bean, but, you know, if I do, that's just more buckets for me. Oh, which might be meaningful. Okay, so I'm in such a position that nothing ever happens. But yeah, okay, I could make a whole system of buckets here to do my bidding, in theory. It's just that eventually they have to stop picking up purples and pick up a, another color, a red. Okay, and I have an idea of how that might work. Look where this barrier is. It's not here, it's here. Giving me one space to zap and potentially plop a purple bean out of a bucket, therefore preventing the dispenser from something. Let's imagine a whole row of tightly packed buckets moving to the east, full of red beans. First one gets here, it gets zapped. Let's imagine they're not full of red beans. Let's imagine only one has a red bean in it. Let's say just a row of 3, so front one has a red bean. It gets here, it gets zapped, bean is on the ground. The 3 advance, the middle bucket picks up the bean, it gets zapped, but it can't drop because that was the turn where it picked it up. Middle one advances here, drops the bean, back one picks it up, gets zapped there. So that works fine. Okay, thing is though, I think I need some trickery here. Okay, so that's actually good though. I can use, I don't know that I have the space to do this, but I'll attempt it at least. So dispenser can probably go, can I get away with that far east? I'll try, that's not a dispenser. I mean, this white bean's gotta be for something. I'm sure it is. I don't know what yet, and everything that I'm doing doesn't feel like it needs to involve it yet. I'm probably wrong about that in some way, though. So let's just make as many of these over here as I can, And I'll put the red beans... Ooh. I guess I don't know where I'll put them yet. I'll find a spot. Or maybe just ignore them for now and see what happens in general with this. I think I needed a different bucket. Well, did I? This is not doing what I wanted. Let's see, no, I need to take the bean. Then you can be ensnared. However, I can't really cause... Yeah, okay, so I definitely wanted that dispenser more over, like, here for this. Okay, and then what? Yeah, then what? Thanks for the bean, but I actually want that... Okay, so you're ensnaring now. But I do need a bucket ahead carrying that bean. So, what do I want? It's hard to tell. Maybe this could do something? It's doing them one at a time. Maybe... this could do something? Yeah! So all at the same time, but you're pacified the whole time. Dang, that's not what I'm after. Okay, well, so you're in sync now. Cool. Then here's a U. Cool. I'm gonna try and have you go that way. You will succeed eventually. Cool. There, that's what I wanted to set up. Okay. So delayed release on this. I probably should have put that red bean somewhere. Let's do that, just in case this might somehow become viable. I mean, without the cloud, no way. I mean, I'm still clearly missing a major component of the puzzle somehow, but let's just see what happens. I lose that, but that's fine. I still have a bunch. And I can potentially gain more followers. That happened, though. And that's gonna mean bad things. Well... what if? What if I have an unclogger here? What do I think this is going to do? Make me just a whole fountain of buckets. Oh, this is actually looking good. I think the bucket fountain approach might be the way. Oh, yes, this is all I need. I'm done. I have some excess, but that's okay. Okay, bucket fountain. There we go. All right, not at all what I planned, but it worked out. Neat. That's so cool. All right, it's a factory. All right, cool. Factory approach happened largely by accident, but it happened. That was really neat. That last minute cloud usage. All right. That was, right, no turning back. That's what it was. So yeah, a simpler way to do that. Do I want to try and minimize the solution? No, I'm happy with mine. Basically, same thing, just fewer buckets. You know, one pusher over here, bumps against the bucket that's on the thing, starts it moving, another dispenses, the cloud starts it moving, and then, yeah, alright, sure, fine. Let's simplify this. So, for simplification, it look like that. I put, yeah, okay, so these two here, this one here. I think I just want to start this moving and spawn you, and that's all I need, I think. The rest should take care of itself with some timing. I'll send you over there and then do this. That should be sufficient for timing. And I do want to let you just go away. Alright, yeah, so exact same concept, just a little more efficient. Is it even? This feels slower, because I don't have as many buckets coming out of my fountain. Yeah, so like I put the machine on overdrive by putting it, I guess... Okay. I could tweak this for efficiency by putting it farther to the left. That's fine. Anyway, so that's how that's solved. Good stuff. Very cool. Right. It's not like I'm competing for move count on this or anything. You could do that. There's a move count you can turn on in this game, right? I think so. Is that true? Move counter. Yeah, there sure is. Alright, cool. Anyway, alright, so see you next time to go down this coast and see what happens in the rest of the 4s and some 5s, maybe.